Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
We've got a lot of cloud fields quickly filling in Forsyth. 41 Skyview is presented by Volume Chevrolet. Outside right now, nice and hot, 88 degrees. Feels like it's 96 with a 5-mile-per-hour wind coming in out of the north-northwest. You've got a heat advisory in effect until 8 p.m. later on this evening. I would anticipate another one of these likely being issued tomorrow, potentially again come Friday. And the reason for that is how hot we are seeing our heat indices rise. Even though the temperatures are going to be into the mid to upper 90s, we're going to be pushing 106, 107 degrees in our hardest locations in terms of the heat index today and what it feels like. And that's, of course, because of how much moisture we still have in the air. And more storms on the way. It's going to keep that dew point very high for us. Until we start seeing that drop back in the 60s and even better than that, the 50s, we're really going to stay nice and humid. And so here are the highs and heat indices around the region today. You see Macon and Sandersville are going to feel like 107 later. Millersville up to 108 is going to be our hot spot. Even Butler, our cool spot, still going to feel like 101. So definitely you want to limit your time outside and stay hydrated given the amount of heat that we're seeing. Now the good news is we are anticipating some rain chances later on today. Now during the afternoon hours and the heat of the day, unfortunately, it's not going to be very widespread. They're going to be isolated showers and probably not as many of them as what our model here would seem to indicate. However, as we push later into the dinner time hours and towards tonight, that's when we're going to start to get our thunderstorms going in again. They're going to be isolated. About 30 to 40% of us are going to end up seeing those, and that's going to be it. They'll go through the first half of the night. After midnight, we're probably going to be left with cloudy skies that will break up ahead of tomorrow morning. We should wake up to mostly clear conditions, though there could be a couple of us that have to deal with a bit of patchy fog. Tomorrow afternoon, we will rinse and repeat that process again with showers early, becoming more thunderstorms as we head later into the evening, and those stick with us throughout the evening and into the early parts of tomorrow night, and then mostly cloudy skies will give way to mostly clear conditions ahead of our Friday morning. The overnight lows for tonight are definitely on the warm side. Keep in mind, dew points were in those low 70s. You will never see your temperature drop below the dew point. That can't happen. Once your temperature and dew point matched, you're at saturation. That's when you get fog and you notice that stickiness outside. And so while we're still dealing with dew points in the mid 70s, so are the low pressures. Coming up in your 7-day forecast, we'll check things out in 10 seconds.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's VolumeChevrolet.com.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is presented by Volume Chevrolet. I've gone 30% for today and tomorrow's storm chances. We start to see those ramp up a bit towards the weekend. I'm not 100% sold on Friday and Saturday yet being better rain chances than today and tomorrow, but I am a bit sold on Sunday because you see that temperature drop from 94 to 88. That implies some sort of a cold front making its way through, but we're going to be back into those 90s as soon as we head into the start of next week.